All of una dey ask question. Wetin happen for Adamawa? Wetin happen for Adamawa? No be today they start to dey do am. As far as the man knows, say him go fit, him don dey fair dey do the one wey pass this one. They hope that they cover am up. So he try make him still do am again. For those of una wey no know wetin happen, for the person, INEC person wey dey work for Adamawa, wey is supposed to conclude the election, he don't waste. He don't run. They say they never see am now. As me and you they talk, they never know where he go. So without they not say that person, they don't go fit finalize and tell us who is the owner, like who won. But somebody came out to tell the Nigerians that APC is the winner, and there is no two ways about it. I beg Mona say this video before me I will talk my own opinion, you know.
Analyst Frank Tete now join us to help us make sense of all the confusion coming out of Adamawa supplementary election. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, we've seen the drama in Adamawa, and it's surprising how it's turning out. When the election was declared inconclusive, there were hopes that the supplementary election will come as a succor and a determining factor. Now this debacle, where does this put the people of Adamawa?
Well, I think you're starting with me.
Yes, okay, yes. Let's start with Sambo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very controversial election, and we've seen some acts of subversion here, and it's something that the will of the people is about to be subverted by some subterranean forces in Adamawa, with the resident electoral commissioner Hudu Ari lending himself to support such divisive elements. This is a very sad commentary on what is happening to our democracy, and to think that a resident electoral commissioner who knows the rule based on the Electoral Act, and then of course what the Constitution says, will go ahead to put himself in the storm. I mean, the security agencies should not waste time to just ensure that he's taken before the law court, and of course the law takes its course, because this reminds me of a woman who is known as Ayoka Adebayo, who used to be the resident electoral commissioner of Ekiti State during a governorship rerun in 2009 too. She was the resident electoral commissioner. Now, unlike this one where you have state collation officers declaring election results, by then we used to have resident electoral commissioners performing this function, and it was because of this that we had this challenge. Now, the rec then, Ayoka Adebayo, suddenly just said she wasn't going to be announcing the results any longer, and she disappeared into hiding. And eventually, when she came out, she was asked, what exactly made you to disappear without announcing the results that you were meant to have announced? And she said that her Christian conscience will not allow her to announce the result because she was under pressure from certain quarters. And then you know that we had all sorts of things happening with our electoral system. And it's because of that, over the years, we've modified the electoral system to allow for state collation officers who are not members of INEC to be doing that. Now, this state collation officer for Adamawa, Professor Mohammed Mele, was nowhere to be found at the collation ground. They had adjourned and said by 11 a.m. they will meet today. So where did the resident electoral commissioner, who do I get the powers to go to the collation center before 11 a.m. and declare Aisha Binani of the APC as winner, and then on a written paper with her figures? And then why were the policemen seated there and looking at him? Why didn't the policemen arrest him? Our institutions are being abused, and the APC itself should be ashamed of what happened, that its governorship candidate went on air to accept results that they know did not comply with the provisions of the Electoral Act, and then the person who went on air to accept the congratulatory message and put out that congratulatory message is a member of the Nigerian Senate, and who was involved in crafting this Electoral Act. Senator Aisha Binani should be ashamed of herself for subverting the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the APC and some of its people, including people like Festus Keyamo, who were already putting this out there without following the due process. Festus Keyamo himself knows that a resident electoral commissioner doesn't have the powers to announce results. So at what point did APC and their leadership and members go ahead to decide to celebrate a victory that we all know did not follow the rule book? The PDP had been complaining about this resident electoral commissioner after he was heard in an audio tape during the controversial Fofore local government results, instructing in Hausa language one of the electoral officials to subvert the result. This is shameful, and we shouldn't be going back to the days of Ayoka Adebayo, who had to be declared wanted by the Inspector General of Police then, Michael Kiro, before she came out of hiding with a lawyer, and then she had to be forced to go and conclude it. Now we are asking, where is Professor Mohammed Mele, who is supposed to have been the state collation officer? INEC should provide him and let this election be concluded, because the more it's being shifted, we do not know why this governorship supplementary rerun should not election should not be concluded. He should come out of hiding, conclude the election, and then the law should take its course.
The law, however, so now they see the video, so that's so the matter will be, and it's a very, very serious one, because there is no place where they will just tell like people that this person won without no proof. And the INEC chairman now suspend this INEC official. As you have heard, the police were there, they didn't do anything. How would the police arrest the person that is giving them food? Nobody now, no. So that's by the way. But the problem now is the man waiting they can run. There is no smoke without a fire. The man will run. He get waiting in the sea. Where you know say he no one carry and put for a head. Because the one where INEC chairman carry, if they heavy, he never a whole INEC chairman or big matter don't hold on for head. He never feel drop. So the person look and say, if he carry this one again, now big problem, like base. As he base, the other one say, waiting there, don't be to just call winner. That's what you witness. So I think Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria will be great again, definitely. But how soon that is going to be possible, I don't know. Because we don't just have only the authority oppressing the people. We have in all sides, and which is a very big problem to any country or to any society so far.